violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's get into the video.
A tragic situation shakes the East Liberty community. Police say inside this home, a 4-year-old boy was shot in the face. They say he was breathing inside the house, but was in critical condition once he reached UPMC Children's Hospital. Police say he did not survive.
Wow. So we got a 4-year-old boy clapped in the face. See what happened.
My prayers go out to the family. I feel so bad for them. It's sad, it's tragedy, and I just wish everyone well. That's all you can do right now.
And emotional moments from the family of a 4-year-old boy who police say was shot inside this home on North Nagley Avenue.
This is hard on everybody, but for the family.
Hold on. I want to go back, guys. I want to go back because this is just, come on. So look at these sisters. They got the head wrap and all, which is cool. But she's sitting here cutting a fool, yelling at the police. Like, he doesn't need that. He just went inside and saw a 4-year-old that was shot in the face. A traumatic incident that he'll never be able to remove from his own memory. And this woman is outside carrying on, cutting a fool, yelling and screaming. Look at her demeanor. And I know it's an emotional situation, but why do we have to give the police hell? Like, why do we have to be out here acting a fool all the time?
And emotional moments from the family of a 4-year-old boy who police say was shot inside this home on North Nagley Avenue.
This is hard.
Yelling at the police officer. He didn't do anything. Are you kidding me? Like, look at that. Look at how hard she yelled. Look at how it looked like she went from calm to just yelling.
Inside this home on North Nagley Avenue.
This is hard on everybody, but for the family, I can't even imagine what they're going through right now.
Police say a preliminary investigation shows the child may have shot himself, and they believe it was accidental.
Medics and police were called to this block of North Nagley for reports of a child, a 4-year-old boy, who had suffered a gunshot wound to his face.
So this little boy shot himself. And this is why I'm doing this story. This is in Pittsburgh. But you got to understand, in these hood areas, especially in the black community, dudes just be leaving their straps anywhere. Okay? Unsecure weapons laid out on the floor, laid out on the table, laid out on the countertops. Kids climbing, finding the strap, like loaded and everything. Because they want to be ready, you know what I'm saying? They don't want nobody to get the jump on them. They don't want to have to cock back. They just want to be able to, boom, fire off. And you're leaving it when you got a child around. We've done a story like this before where the guy put the gun in the Paw Patrol backpack. And it's like, bro, that's a kid's backpack. Why would you do that?
He was transported in critical condition. He had was slightly breathing, but I'm sad to say, has been pronounced deceased in the hospital.
Just before 8:15 this morning, medics and police arrived at the home. Police say a caregiver was inside at the time who was a relative.
There are no words, and it's unfortunate that it's around a holiday.
So they had a caregiver. They had a caregiver with the kid. And I keep telling y'all, man, watch who you leaving your kids with. Make sure that you know who you're leaving your children with.
And that you have to deal with the death of a 4-year-old.
Neighbors are now sending their messages of support and sympathy to the family they describe as friendly and kind. They say the little boy often laughed and smiled in the front yard with other children.
I always saw them like playing here. I always like smile with them. That was so nice.
And you could tell she probably just got into the country. Immigrant. I mean, I wonder how her story's gonna turn out.
That was so nice.
Now, police are still investigating this case and will be following the story to bring you all the details. Reporting in East Liberty, Chandy Chapman, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Accused of and developing now, the teen accused of stabbing his mother to death on Thanksgiving Day will face a judge for the first time tomorrow. This was not the first time police were called to this home. Joe Ripley spoke with neighbors about their interactions with that family.
He never seemed like the kind of kid that would just attack you. It's still mind-blowing.
Daniel Egbanzi continues to process the shock he feels 24 hours later. A mother, 42-year-old Marcia Chance, stabbed several times, lost her life Thanksgiving Day.
So this man, and this is in Gwinnett County. This is in Gwinnett County. This man done stabbed his mama on Thanksgiving Day. I told you, these young dudes do not respect authority at all.
Gwinnett police say her 18-year-old son was holding the knife.
And the fact that this kind of thing happens completely out the blue literally will make the neighborhood's time stop. And now everyone's asking questions.
The son is charged with felony murder, aggravated assault, and felony weapons charges.
With one person in jail and one person dead, and now a juvenile child without his mom or his brother.
Police would not give a motive, but did reveal that officers were called out to the home before. Neighbors told us the teen had mental health challenges.
So he's got mental health challenges, and you know, you always remember those guys who were in the slow classes and who had mental health challenges in high school, and you kind of knew that they was off. Now, obviously, we need some type of resource to help these mentally challenged children out, definitely. But buddy right here, he gotta go. Sometimes you just have people who are just not, they're just a danger to society all the way around. They shouldn't be here, unfortunately. Okay? Because this guy would have done that to anybody. He would have done that to anybody.
Talking to himself or, singing lyrics of songs, maybe some bad words, but,
See, and this is what I told you guys. I tell you this all the time. They said he was talking to himself, singing lyrics of songs, sometimes bad words. I told you about these dudes who be like, if you see a dude, he ain't got no headphones and he just rapping, like he just spitting bars, you want to get out of the vicinity, okay? Because that dude is off one. He probably listening to some hardcore hip hop stuff and it is hypnotizing him, and he's just like boom bow, like he's feeling it more than you, okay? You'll be in a club, you feel the bass and stuff like that, but you're not gonna go out and do something crazy. But this dude, since he is mentally challenged as well, anything that he's listening to, anything he involves himself with, like he is going to overindulge and take that fantasy, that piece of art, into reality.
Challenges.
Talking to himself or, singing lyrics of songs, maybe some bad words, but, he didn't ever bother nobody where nobody was scared of him.
Daniel Egbanzi says he'll never see his neighborhood the same.
If you keep things quiet, they can grow and just blow up in your face. I myself feel like maybe I should have just had a conversation with him just to pick his brain a bit.
Bruh, ain't no conversation would have helped him. He probably would have stabbed you up just like his mama. Like, he would have felt like you was checking him. And them lyrics in his mind is telling him, hey, man, don't let nobody check you. I mean, there were reports that he was trying to break into other people's homes, too. Like, dudes getting caught on the door or the ring bell and all that kind of stuff.
He probably would have been actually a nice kid. You never know.
Gwinnett police say the son will have his first court appearance Saturday morning at 8:30.
Meant to express thanks ends in tragedy for one family. A young man is accused of stabbing his mother to death. It happened on Misty Valley Court in Lawrenceville. Right now, Varian Hibbert is behind bars. Fox 5's Christopher King is at the scene with the latest.
This is normally a day families get together and give thanks, but this Thanksgiving, a young man is accused of stabbing his own mother to death right behind these doors.
I was really shocked by that.
Cameron Boyd never imagined something so horrific would happen right across the street from where he lives.
I didn't think he was really capable of doing something like that.
A young man, his neighbor, is accused of stabbing his own mother to death.
Like, it's your mom, and it's on Thanksgiving. Like, that's the crazier part.
It happened to...
Yeah. This brother, he's actually speaking with some type of reason and, you know, acknowledgement of the fact that this dude was off his rocker.
Around noon, police say Varian Hibbert attacked his mother at their home on Misty Valley Court. Another family member inside the home, a boy, called 911.
That is devastating.
Henriette Robinson can't believe it.
Never thought that, you know, it'd come to this.
Hibbert was arrested at least twice last August on several charges, including false imprisonment, assault, and obstructing officers.
False imprisonment, assault, and obstructing officers. And his mama probably knew that he was on something. And she probably pressed him, maybe got under his skin, telling him to do something. Telling him to, hey, you know, baby, come help me pick up the turkey for Thanksgiving. Or you know, go pick up the macaroni and cheese from your auntie house or something like that. And he didn't like it. I mean, it could be the littlest thing. And if he was willing to take her out, his own mom, right, over that, he would have did that to anybody.
Robinson says there were warning signs.
He'd come outside, he's talking to himself. We even caught him on, you know,
He come outside, he talking to himself, he rapping that cash, you know what I mean? He talking that cash stuff. In them rap lyrics and no headphones, just yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I see dudes like that all the time. I stay near and clear.
Camera trying to come in our door.
And now a neighborhood is left to mourn on a day when so many others give thanks.
It's really disturbing. I mean, you know, I feel for this mother.
Hibbert is charged with numerous counts, including murder and aggravated assault. In Lawrenceville, Christopher King, Fox 5 News.
And tonight, we are learning tragic details about the shooting death of a mother in Roseland overnight, days after her young son was killed. 31-year-old Delisa Tucker was...
These mothers are getting taken out. These black women are getting... I mean, they cannot... I don't know how much longer they can allow this to continue. Black women are getting mowed down. It is crazy, and these kids are getting mowed down too, man. It's wild.
Was found with gunshot wounds on a sidewalk near Wentworth and 110th just after midnight. We've learned she was just steps away from a memorial for her son, 14-year-old Kevin, who was shot and killed on Sunday. A friend started a GoFundMe page to cover the family.
These dudes in Chicago are on demon time. Y'all hit that GoFundMe too, man. Y'all go and send money to the GoFundMe. It says, my heart hurts so bad right now. I can't stop crying. I would like to reaching out to all my Facebook friends and ask for your help because I know I can't do it alone. My friend lost her son to gun violence, which is my daughter's brother, and he wasn't in a gang. He was a quiet boy. And while she was listening or lighting candles, see, the reason why they put he wasn't in a gang is because people don't feel sorry for these gang members who are getting taken out. But in all actuality, the majority of people who are getting taken out are innocent people. Lighting candles for her son's life and was taking. And this passage is very hard to read because I'm sure she was broken up writing this, and it's pretty it's damn near not even legible. But I'm just trying to figure out why this world is so cold. She lost her mother and brother last year, and now this. I would like to help. So their whole family lineage has been wiped out. I can't do it alone. and her family wasn't big. So I come to y'all today asking if you can find it in your hearts to donate. They raising $25,000. Y'all hit that GoFundMe, bro.
Family's funeral costs. Delisa's shooting was not the only one in the area last night. Officers first responded to a ShotSpotter alert near 107th and Langley and found a 20-year-old man with multiple gunshot wounds.
Wow. So we got a 20-year-old man a couple miles away from where this happened. Chicago's on fire. I mean, it's OV pretty much.
He didn't think she would move past it. She said that, and unfortunately she didn't.
Pastor Donovan Price sharing the heartbreak that grew within his friend Delisa Tucker for years.
She had had a dream about there being a death in the family. That's one of the things she was concerned about.
That concern becoming reality after her son, 14-year-old Kevin Tinker Jr., was shot multiple times and died Sunday night on.
And I know a lot of y'all are going to be like, well, your thoughts become things and all this kind of stuff. But look, the reason why her thoughts are centered around a death in the family is because she's living in Chicago and she knows what happens in Chicago. And it's hard to watch these stories and listen to these stories and hear these stories and witness some of these stories in real time and not think that it's going to happen to you. And you know, it's crazy. It's crazy because a lot of these people are pretty much stuck. They're stuck in Chicago and it's a killing field out there.
Concerned about
that concern becoming reality after her son, 14-year-old Kevin Tinker Jr., was shot multiple times and died Sunday night on West 110th Place, not too far from South Wentworth Avenue in Roseland. Police tonight releasing surveillance video of two suspects in connection to.
And understand this. Just 2 years ago, if a man walked into a convenience store, a deli, a telly, a bodega, with a mask that only shows his eyes, it would be a problem. It would be a problem. Okay? But in this day and age, it's just like, business as usual. Business as usual. Indicators of demon time. The pants, for one. I don't know what he got on. He's sagging with a belt on. Dudes be sagging with a belt on. Makes no sense. And the shirt, obviously, is a decapitated bear. Subliminal messaging. And honestly, the shirt, I ain't gonna lie, the hoodie is cold. The hoodie is cold. That's something that I would wear. But this man got a whole mask on in a bodega. 2 years ago, the teller in the back would have been putting his hands up if he seen that.
Surveillance video of two suspects in connection to his death captured leaving a convenience store and getting into an SUV.
Even when these people are found, and hopefully they'll be found quick, there's two more people who technically lives are ruined or lost.
And as his mother mourned his loss.
When he was shot and killed.
See, and he said that, but it's like, yeah, we need them off the streets, bruh. Like, he said that passingly as if, well, it doesn't matter if we catch them because these two people's lives are. No, we need to make sure they don't do it to anybody else.
Then she was more than discouraged.
Tucker found herself in the line of fire days later on the exact street her son was killed. The 31-year-old, police say, was shot once in the chest Wednesday morning just as she was walking to a memorial for her son to light a candle.
I was shocked. I was devastated, actually.
A family plagued with gun violence, yet remaining hopeful that Tucker's own wish.
She was able to still hope and know that there were things, that could heal.
Would soon come to fruition.
And let them know that there's still an opportunity.
And police haven't said whether or not the two shootings were connected, but if you do recognize anyone from that surveillance video, you're asked to give police a call.
gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.